Did he even know how lucky he was? "You'll be late." I couldn't look at him anymore. "Just go." I pushed him up the hill. Omoni said that skipping even one communist youth club meeting meant Young-Soo's name, no, our family name, would go on a government watch list. And then terrible things would happen. "What a beautiful day to labor in this socialist paradise," Comrade Cho announced as the students approached. "Don't forget to continue gathering scrap iron for weapons and bullets, or else your parents will have to pay a fine. Your work is important in making the fatherland strong." Young-Soo joined the wave of red running up the hill, then disappeared inside the A-frame timber schoolhouse. Looking at it, I felt a twinge of loss. Not for the girls' Sunyondan club that I no longer attended, joining my parents at grown-up party meetings instead. Not for the new teacher, Comrade Cho, who gave candy to students for reporting anything anti-communist their parents said at home. Not for the kids in class, who were loyal to the party first and family second, and could never be trusted as friends. But for all the learning I was missing, math, geography, science. When I could escape from my chores, I hid behind the willow tree by the school window and eavesdropped on the class. Today, though, was not a day for escaping chores. I picked up my laundry basket and balanced it on top of my head. The sound of wooden paddles beckoned me back toward the river, and, like a funeral marcher, I went. Downstream, mounds of laundry littered the bank. Women squatted on flat boulders jutting from the sandbars. They scrubbed pants with thick bar soap, their shoulders pumping like pistons, then beat them with flat paddles as if spanking their children. Without any men nearby, the women gossiped about husbands and mothers-in-law as they lifted their shirts to wipe their faces. I looked away. "Yeah, Sora, what are you so embarrassed about?" asked Mrs. Lee, her cheeks ruddy from the sun. I smiled, tight-lipped, and found an open area to set my basket. My long tan skirt was soaked from saving Yang-Soo. "Why is your mom sending a girl to do a woman's job, huh?" a farmer's wife shouted. "Who else is she supposed to send? Her sons? Anyway, Sora's not such a little girl anymore, right?" Mrs. Lee said. "Look, she's even starting to get little breasts now." She poked me in the ribs, and I jerked like a string puppet. They laughed heartily. My cheeks burned, and I hunched my back to hide my chest. I gazed up at the schoolhouse as if it might somehow reach down to save me, the straw basket pressing against my shins. But it wouldn't, and the laundry wouldn't wash itself. I took out my brother's dirty clothes, Jisoo's cloth diapers, Yongsoo's muddy uniform pants, and crouched in the shallows, joining the drumbeat of women. I plunged my raw knuckles into the soapy water, hiding them beneath the cloudy white. A grandmother came running from around the hill, splashing along the river's edge toward the rest of us, and I watched the waves ripple over my hands. At first, I hardly noticed the whispers, the way the women huddled around her. But their murmurs grew, and I looked up at them, their mouths agape, their brows creased. And suddenly everything felt wrong. The women started hastily packing unfinished laundry into their baskets. I rushed to rinse Yongsoo's uniform pants. Something was not right. I needed to go. The last time a message had spread this urgently, the landlord's son was found floating face down in the river, his body bloated like a blood sausage. I lifted the basket onto my head and hurried onto the main road through the village center, stumbling past a row of thatched roof houses, my breath coming fast and hard. "Nuna!" I spun around and saw Yongsoo running along the bank. He stopped short before crashing into me. "What are you doing here? Were you sent home? Was it the wet scarf? Are they